Yeah. Those are cocks. Cocks. I got me. Not too bad.
This is my best chance. Reserve on.
Mission clear. Good work, everybody. Forward.
Good work, everyone.
That's a battle. Clarity for blow. B turns to an incapacitated. How much of blood arts? The cuts, ending cutscene. Is it over? I think so.
Is it done?
Not sure. That was too easy.
Dr. Rachel.
She's gone. Oh. What was that?
What's happening?
That thing, whenever it's hatching. It's just flooding or something. It's good. It's complete. Dr. Rachel.
The feast is laid. The devouring apocalypse has at last begun.
She's gonna walk.
Shatter and burn thy decrepit world. It is a power beyond human ken. Despair at its rise. I had hoped that you, my beautiful children, would stand with me, would face the end of all time beside me. Alas, you have already chosen your path. You chose to wander in shadowed and dangerous woods. Now you shall sleep eternally. Farewell, flesh of my flesh. Farewell, blood. Let us meet again in the new world, a world uncorrupted. Julius, you must now awaken.
So Julius was inside that thing. Cutscene.
Look, Julius, it's morning. The sun is shining. All your new friends are waiting for you. Good morning to you, my dear Julius. It is a brand new day for all of us.
Oh no.
Is that Julius?
I'm afraid so.
No way. No, it can't be.
She's now Akami. I don't believe it. Sorry, give the Union guys, we gotta get out of here.
Blood, do you read me?
Tatsusaki?
Yes, we hear you, Director.
Director Saki.
We're reading a massive bias field disruption near your location. Fall back at once. The pulse is almost identical to the pattern of a devouring apocalypse.
Devouring apocalypse.
There's still time before it reaches us over here. Retreat to the Far East branch for now. I know we can find a way to stop this.
Let's hope we can.
Captain, there's no other choice. We must withdraw.
Fine. We got you, Julius. So it's not the ending. Not yet, at least. That's all. Yeah. Good to know. Okay. Nice cutscene.
I'm afraid I have ill news. We considered your report and the results of bias field monitoring.
What's the news?
At this point, we must assume that the transformation is complete. Julius has become a singularity.
So we can't save him.
If that is so, I am afraid there is almost no hope of saving him. And if we allow the devouring apocalypse to begin, that is the end for all of humanity.
When humanity is wiped out, game over.
All life will be purged, reset, and redistributed. The world will cease to exist in its current form.
Director Sakaki,
So to save the world, we have to kill our friend.
is there anything we can do? There must be some way to stop it.
I'm gonna stop it to see, put his soul at peace.
Let me begin by saying one thing. I have never agreed with sacrificing the few for the many.
Who would?
No matter how desperate, there is always a path to victory that doesn't require sacrifice. Miracles happen when hope rises.
You're right.
My friends have proven that truth to me. It is undeniable. Listen well. There may be a path to such a miracle here. Still, it will be a narrow one and treacherous. One misstep. Well, you may still manage to stop the devouring apocalypse, but the cost will be unbearably high. All of blood, Miss Yuno, and others may lose their lives. Discuss it first among yourselves and with Miss Yuno. When you're ready, I'll tell you my plan.
Alright.
What do you mean ready? We're ready now.
It's reckless, dangerous,
Dangerous and
mad
no,
even.
not now.
Yet I know
Too
that if I
soon.
tell you, you'll begin without
A
a
second
second thought.
thought. So I need time to think about this.
I want to be completely honest with you first. Please, discuss it together. Think it over.
Alright, Dr. Saki.
You must come to a decision you won't regret.
Okay.
Think hard about who and what you fight for.
The safety of humanity and whatnot. So we're approaching them near the end of the game. I'm surprised they managed to survive this long. Because they've gotten stronger. Okay, because I'm going to talk about everybody else first. This and that cutscene occurs. Okay. So what should we do?
I don't know. Do you guys really think we can stop something like the devouring apocalypse?
What do you mean?
I can't imagine how powerful it must be. We're ultra strong, I know, but are we really strong enough to fight something like that?
can't give up. I'm not sure what to say here.
You're all so incredible. If I'm being honest, I'm terrified. This is the first time I've ever chosen to fight like this. This must be how God Eaters always feel before a battle. I think I'm starting to understand. The captain is right. I believe so strongly in all of you. I will fight beside you with all the power I have to give. Yeah, you are right. You know, I remember Julius told us something. The very first time we had field training together.
What was it?
Humanity has faced enemies since ancient times. Humanity has always prevailed.
That's true.
He told us that blood power and all that was just the strength of our resolve. And it's even stronger when we're a team.
Yeah. The will to bring us together.
We will stop the devouring apocalypse.
No fans of what's bad.
Not only that, we'll bring Julius back.
And the character speaking. Yeah, I will. Alright, the character spoke again. Yay! So I think our decision is final. We're going to save our friend. Just our odds and odds. Save us all the time. She joined us to make our decision. Stretcher is so it's that I was going to save him. Holy goodness, yeah. Decision. It's good. Dr. Sarkis. Live your lives. Stop the apocalypse. Very risky. At least having a solution. What's the plan?
It is a risk to be sure, but the only thing that can stop a devouring apocalypse is yet another devouring apocalypse.
Another apocalypse.
Director Sakaki, have you gone mad?
Not at all. I mean, well, not this time. Listen. A devouring apocalypse begins with a singularity, such as Julius. They impose a devastating will to rewrite the world from scratch. With the power of another singularity to wake another devouring apocalypse, we could face this head on. I believe we would have the pure strength needed to counteract Julius's will. Before I even begin to explain singularities and apocalypses, I'll need to explain the Black Plague. You see, the plague is a mechanism used to create a singularity. Julius overcame a merciless natural selection process to prove himself capable of taking on this role. Miss Yuno and the other patients who contracted the plague couldn't endure the selection. They're failures, in a manner of speaking.
Failures? Director, there's just no way. You mean every death because of the plague was meaningless?
Not at all, and I'll tell you why. Here's the twist. The plague patients are only failures when you consider there to be only one singularity. Do you all understand?
Yeah.
If we combine the will of those infected, it may indeed be more than enough to counter the completed singularity. Well, in theory, at least.
In theory.
Yes, in theory, but we have no way to accomplish that.
Or do we?
Precisely, Shield. Now, the key to establishing a singularity is a powerful resonance, yes? After all is said and done, a singularity is merely a great will, and the expression of will is a great resonance. When multiple wills merge, they form a resonance, one that amplifies human hope. It multiplies that hope, spreading it over vast distances. Your blood unit is the ideal embodiment of that very resonance.
Like as not, blood unit can't trigger a resonance that strong, and we fight at full strength. I'm afraid the infected have little chance.
Ah, there's the rub. The plague is born of oracle cells, and the patients, well, they don't have enough will to form an elegant resonance. However, will we solve the problem? Resonance is not the only harmony of human hope. It is not the only tool by which we can bind together will and strength. Lo, there are others. Isn't that right, Miss Yuno?
Huh?
What do you mean?
You've always held that music brings together the hearts of its listeners as one, correct?
Yes.
I have. I want to believe that.
Good answer. I want you to sing, Miss Yuno, like you've never sung before. Melody will be the catalyst to bind together our wills.
I will. I'll do everything I can.
Our success will depend on each and every one of you. When her song has bound the will of humanity together, use the evoke ability that dwells in your blood. The resonance it triggers will
Evoke.
amplify this collective will and complete the singularity. You see?
Mm-hmm.
In brief, Miss Yuno gathers the willpower, and you, my good captain, shall amplify its strength with the power in your veins. We will create an apocalypse to fight an apocalypse. Mad? Almost certainly. But it's the only choice we have.
Alright, so that's the plan. Now for the mission. So what's the final mission next time? So the Mark Ryan's wife was interested in the sorority and started their own life. Back by the forest branch, Chloe's advice cut into their universal security will humanity shall oppose the singularity. Stand strong with the future of mankind. Fight with everything you have. That will be for next time. See you guys.